evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder adventures. The previous scenario, Here Comes the Flood, is notoriously buggy, but mercifully I was able to make it through and unlock the next scenario. So let's go ahead and get into Battle of the Dam. Pretty straightforward scenario. Got a villain, huge fatty, you got a bunch of henchmen that are all the same. And the only thing is that in this scenario you cannot temporarily close the dam, so you want to close the dam early on, because otherwise you're not going to be able to corner the villain. You have to have it permanently closed. But otherwise, a pretty, straightforward kind of filler scenario, which I totally do not mind in the slightest after the stupid Here Comes the Flood stuff that we had last time. Oh, I didn't show you the villain. Sorry. Well, we'll see it when we get to it. The locations here are, for the most part, fairly straightforward. So we have the dam, which is a deck 3 card. We had that also in the last scenario. In the last scenario, wasn't necessary to close locations, so here it's actually kind of annoying. Check this out. Bury 1d4 cards, and if you don't have enough, you have to bury the remaining ones from the top of your deck. So yeah, you can't just get away from this by having an empty hand. Also, you can't move out of here unless someone is here, meaning that basically once the dam is open, if anybody goes there, someone has to stay there for the rest of the scenario. And otherwise, it's a pretty normal location. Bit monster barrier heavy, but otherwise, it's fine. And anybody can go here to close it, so you kind of have your choice of who you want to move here. The other location we have here is the Shimmer Glens. So this is another location that kind of traps you. It's hard to get out of here. Linny can move in and out at will. Not too monster heavy. We got some spells, allies, and blessings. So this is nice. There's no weapons, armor, or items. It's pretty good for characters who like to explore a lot. So I'm going to be sending Linny here. Not only is she at 1 with nature and auto succeeds at this divine check, but she's a perfect character to have picking up these spells, allies, and blessings. And there's a little bit here as well to use it for combat stuff. We got the mountain peak, so I'll have Amiri charging this down remotely, and then a slew of pretty traditional locations. Let's go ahead and have Sela go to the garrison. We'll have Amiri go there to start, but move to the mountain peak. For the waterfront, I'm just gonna send Ezra in there. Hopefully, he'll have enough combat spells to handle it. And then the dam. Well, we're gonna go ahead and send Mariziel here. It sucks to have to bury 1d4 cards for her, but that sucks for everybody, so what are you going to do? And then I think Harsk can hang out at the Treacherous Cave. Not too monster heavy here, and he can make that check with a blessing. So, we good? We're good. I gotta remember to change the order, though, because we changed it for the last scenario. What do I usually have? I have Ezra up front, don't I, and Harsk at the end? I actually don't remember what it was before, but we'll do it this way. Okay. Maybe in this scenario it's not that valuable to have Ezrin moving earlier because there's no spells at the waterfront. There's no spells anywhere except for the glens, and I guess I could have doubled him with Linny, but whatever. Okay, Amiri. Whoa, don't explore. She got 2 of her pole arms, which is not what Sela likes, but Sela's got a bastard sword, so we're good. I gotta remember that thing about the freaking garrison where you have to fight copies of monsters. Alright, Zombie Giant, that's unfortunate. Well, we'll get to use our new Impaler of Thorns here. Quick note about this Impaler. You can discard it to decrease the difficulty of the check against the monster by 2, but it's actually better to hang on to it and reroll if you fail than to give yourself a +2 up front. So that's not just strategy, that's just pure math. So don't do that unless there's like an actual value to it. Like, say it's a villain with multiple checks and you want to help the person who's doing the second check or something like that. Just a quick note about that. Let's go ahead and reveal our scout. Traitor. Well, yeah, I don't mind encountering that now that I have spent my scout. So this should be another pretty easy kill. And I think I'm going to use the blessing of the gods to explore again, because the mountain peak, I want to get through it as quickly as possible. Hopefully it's not, the henchman isn't too far down there. If defeated, you can examine the top 2 cards and put them back in any order. If undefeated, you can banish them. One of the things about this game is that even like the later decks, like this is a deck 3 barrier, don't necessarily add particularly nasty barriers. Like this one, I don't really mind about failing it and just getting a barrier that didn't hurt me. Network connection lost. That's annoying. All right, let's move out of here. And I don't need to move Sela, so I guess we'll put Amiri Doe at the prison. Not that she's that good at closing it, but there it is. I don't want to move anybody with me. I guess I could have recharged the armor, but I honestly forgot if the villain deals auto damage, so that's what I get for not doing the preview. Okay, so Sela gets a free explore, getting rid of a junk weapon, finds a mercenary, and let's think about this. I need to roll a 6 on these dice. This sounds like a job for the Arrowmeister. Potion of Glibness. Well, he's not at the prison, so I don't think he needs that thing. Okay. Do I explore again? Yeah, there's no Constitution closing here, so I'm just going to explore again. Well, alas, it was a boon, which would have gotten explored out anyhow. But I guess picking that up allows me to recharge my armor. And then I get rid of that, which could have given me an extra explore. See, that didn't work out super well for me, did it? Alright, that's probably good. And then she gets a glaive. Alright, well, let's see. Ezrin has one combat spell. Yeah, it's sort of annoying. I just have to hope he picks up more combat spells if he encounters too many monsters. Oh, hey, look. So now I got a bit of an issue, because if I use my one combat spell on this guy, then I'm going to have to punch a bandit to death with my fists. Who can help me? Not Linny. I mean, I guess Harsk can just shoot an arrow. Got a Blessing of Gorham there. That's good. Alright, well, we're just going to have to punch a bandit to death. So, yeah, we'll shoot a Frost Ray here. Recharge a Guy Man, that's handy. And then what, I need an 8 on these 5 dice? That should not be a problem. Alright, and yeah, it's kind of annoying here to have to punch this bandit to death. But hey, at least we win on the first round. That's kind of worth it. So, oh yeah, Expanded Spell. Come on, find me a combat spell. Hey, it's a combat spell! Alright, so good old swipe helps me out here. I gotta recharge something. Oh gosh, what do you recharge? I don't know if Ezrin, where he's going, if there's that many barriers. We'll recharge the Thieves' Tools. So we can use our new combat card here. So I only need to roll a 2. Oh, it's not a succeed. Bingo. Bada dingo. Of course, I'm sad to lose the swipe for item acquisition purposes, but that's fine. I think closing the location is more than worth it. And that was nice. So we got a top deck henchman there, which is good. I think I can hold on. Oh, I can't hold on all my cards. Ugh. Well, balls. I can lose invisibility, but then I'll regret it if I find the villain. Of course, everything else I'm likely to regret more, so yeah, we're just going to get rid of it. By the way, I'm hanging on to Eloquence because Mariziel is at the prison, and so that would be nice to help her close the location if she doesn't come up with a Crown of Charisma. Oh no, Mariziel at the dam. Who's at the prison? Did I put nobody at the prison? Is there even a prison in this scenario? Oh, Amiri? No, there's no one at the prison. Okay, well, yeah, I guess Ezrin can go to the prison then, while Amiri's hanging out here. Ooh, Crown of Charisma, nice. So we're going to recharge this to pick up the Mercenary. And I'm going to go ahead and pop my Spyglass before I use the Mercenary, in case there's a boon here I want to pick up. I don't want the Mercenary to move it away. Oh, it's just 2 monsters. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and discard this guy for an extra Explorer. We can encounter the War Chanter and just fight it with our fists. So let's recharge the armor, I suppose, for a d6. And then Harsk, you can fire an arrow. And then we need to roll a 6 on those 3 dice. Seems a bit loose. Let's go for it. Whatever. Yeah, that was probably a dumb thing to do. I should have discarded her card instead of recharging it, but there it is. And the next one's a Bunyip. Hate to lose the Blessing of Gorham, because that could be helpful for a lot of folks, but let's go fast. Let's get this Bunyip out of the way. Shouldn't be a hard fight. I'm not even sure I need any help with this one. Let's see, I reveal this, and then I recharge the dagger. Yeah, I think we can get a 4 on those dice. Okay, so good quick start here. See, she's lost a blessing, really. That's all she's lost. So it's actually, even though her hand is all small, she's actually doing really well. Linny at the Shimmer Glens hoping for some fast explorers, although it's kind of a problem because she has 2 cures, so it's kind of hard to get out of here. What is this? Diplomacy 10 or Combat 14? Jesus. The heck? Okay, well, Combat 14's a problem. I can use the Medusa Mask to ignore the Miriana. Oh, if your check doesn't have the magic trait, she's undefeated. Oh, well, she's not getting defeated here, so I guess this is the time for the Medusa Mask. Do I explore again? Well, the Blessing of Desna is a rechargeable explorer, so I guess I might as well. We get Stride, which isn't that helpful. I don't even know why I'm picking it up. And I don't pick it up, okay, so that's good. And balls, this is annoying. I got these damn cures. I'm going to actually just discard one of the cures. This is what I hate about having 2 cures. I just always draw them both in my opening hand. Alright, the augury is a really nice pickup because I can basically put that stupid monster on the bottom. Man, that is a really annoying new enemy, I gotta say. Holy water? More like holy no thanks. More like holy doesn't matter. Anyway, we're done here. And I think we're good. Let's scout. Holy candle. Well, I could send somebody over here to pick this thing up just to get a bunch of extra turns. I'm not one of those players who likes to save the holy candle for that special occasion. I'll just use it when I find it. And I guess I might as well. I mean, there's no reason not to. I think Linny can pick it up pretty easily and then use it. So I don't think there's any like cost to it. Oh god, this is terrible. Okay, so you can get a new weapon, item, armor, or spell, but otherwise it gets shuffled back in, and you have to lose a card from your deck. Okay, well, who can help here? Anybody got a Blessing of Calistria? Ah, you do. Okay, good. And Ezrin, do you have an agility for me? Attaboy. Okay, so we need to roll a 9 on 3d6. It's a bit of a loose roll. Anybody got something more to help? I really don't want this thing to trigger. Alright, I guess Sela will play her Wisdom Blessing here. So getting a 9 on 46 could still fail, but it's sort of safe. Alright, weapon, item, armor, or spell. Ah, boy. There are some good spells in deck 3, like the Incendiary Cloud, a fan favorite. Of course, getting a good magic weapon wouldn't be the worst thing either. I'm gonna go for a spell. I feel like the weapons in this party are already really good, so I'd rather take a shot at the Incendiary Cloud. Major Cure, not exactly Incendiary Cloud, but that is solid, and I'll take it. I have too many of these Aerosteel Blessings. Let's just do a normal thing. Oh yeah, so we'll take a look at Major Cure in just a moment. Okay, so this card, basically you pick someone at your location and they get cured, but on top of that, you get to cure one card. So I believe the way it's supposed to work is that if you choose yourself, you actually get 1d4 plus 2, and if you choose someone else, it's like a cure for them and a little Staff of Minor Healing for you. So it's a pretty cool card. I'll bury it at some point for Raging Against the Machine. Do you want to play another Blessing? That would mean Amiri's pretty much out of blessings. So I'm going to go ahead and recharge my armor and move out of here. I don't want to be burying cards at the start of my turn. Oh yeah, should I have moved Sela over? I'm pretty sure that she scouted a boon. Yeah, she scouted that Night Watch, so I don't need to move her away. She'll get a new scouting here. Yeah, that's fine. Hip, magic studded leather. Well, it's decent. I wouldn't mind having that armor in the party, but I also don't mind not having to explore again. And hey, there's the Krieg Ogre. Okay, since I have Cure, I'm just going to discard this Bastard Sword and reevaluate. I need 7 on those dice. Yeah, I'm not going to have Harsk shoot an arrow because here I just have this Cure that I want to burn, so I might as well just use my deck ability. Alright, the bandit comes in. I'll recharge the breastplate. We'll play the glaive, and I think I'll flip a card. Alright, another blessing. Now, do I need an arrow from Harsk here? I need to roll a 7 on those 3 dice. Yeah, why risk it? There's just no reason to risk it. We'll recharge. Shoot. There might be something in that cave. Okay, we'll recharge the Blessing of the Gods. And then that pretty much seals it. Okay, there we go. So, there's some good stuff in here. Longsword, Dog Slicer, that's garbage. Okay, there's one good item out of 4. There's the studded leather armor is the only good item here. So, I guess I'll scout at the end of my turn because I can, and then we'll see if it's this. Well, if it's the studded leather armor, it'll go to the bottom. If it's not the studded leather armor, then I'll know that one of the top 3 cards is, and maybe I'll pick it up if I have some extra time. Okay, so let's take a look. It's the Dog Slicer, which I'm not impressed by, and so one of those 3 cards is the studded leather armor. Wow, she just got a very armored hand here. Okay, Ezrin, where do you go? Where do you go? You could go to the Glens, but then you won't be able to get out of there very easily. I think maybe the prison. Not exactly his main forte, but Eloquence plus a Blessing will allow him to close this place. Archer, well, I could try to pick this up by playing Eloquence, but then I won't have it for closing the place. If Mariziel were here, she could have picked this up by using a disable check. Well, I guess we're just going to fail. And I think I might as well discard my Sage to explore. I just don't see Ezrin using this for any other purpose. Mystic Inscription. Oh, I could have used a Sage for that. Oh, God. This actually would be nice to get some spells. So right now, what I need a 4, so I've got a 75% chance. Anybody got a Blessing of Yabba Dabba Doo? Nope, nope, nope. So I can spend a blessing to really make sure I get it. Am I doing that comfortably that I can just pop a blessing to... Yeah, let's do it. So the top blessing is the barrier blessing, so now I'm pretty much guaranteed to get this thing. And of course, all 3 dice were 4 or higher, so I didn't need that. Hey, we got 4 spells though, so it's gotta be worth it. Let's see, is one of these spells gonna be good? Yep. Lightning Bolt, definitely. Web, maybe. Detect Evil, definitely not. Okay, so I got 2 out of 4 that are good, which is amazing, let me just say, because most spells are garbage, so getting 2 out of 4 that are actually going to go into decks is pretty solid. Well, Web I'm not 100% sure on. Oh my god. Siren. No. No, I don't think I want to make a 8 wisdom check. Crap, this is so annoying, and now I have to, like... Okay, I'm going to just play the Spyglass, just to see if there's something here that I can encounter. Okay, there we go. We'll just... This is a pretty lame use of a Spyglass. We're going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to haste my way into the Acolyte, which I don't even want. But it just gets an extra explored taken care of. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh, my God. I can just web. I can web the Siren, right? Let me just take a quick look here. Yes, to defeat a monster's highest difficulty is 16 or lower, and then put it on the top or bottom of its deck. Yes! Oh god, I'm such a moron. I can't believe I forgot about that. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. I'm going to just discard the tiger to explore again, even though it's a little risky because I could have definitely used the tiger. And we're going to discard the web to put the siren on the bottom of the location deck, where hopefully she'll stay forever and ever. Yes, there we go. And, yeah, I'll keep the Acolyte. I'll use her to add a d4 to my next combat check. I don't see a problem with that. Alright, why didn't I pick up Strength? Oh, because I had cards in my hand. Right, well, we'll pick up Strength now, and that's it. Okay, Ezrin's doing good. Marizio, is there something she's supposed to do? Nope. So let's pop the Wizard. See what's up here. Ranger Stash. Hey, nice. Okay, well, that's cool. Here we're rolling to see if we fight the Sandpoint Devil. I hope we encounter him at some point. That would be fun. We don't. And here, let's see. So I think I'm just gonna reveal the tools. There's another barrier in the dam, so I might as well hang on to them. And rolling a 6 on 3d12 is not too difficult. Draw 1d4 new weapons that have the ranged trait. This is another very nice barrier from deck 3. So we've seen 2 that are just nice. The first one, you banish it and doesn't do anything. This one doesn't do anything if you fail also. And it gives you 1d4 plus 1 ranged weapons, which is a pretty spectacular benefit. Light crossbow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did we get the venomous dagger? Oh my god, we got the venomous dagger plus 2. Holy crap, that was an amazing stash. Thank you, Black Arrow Rangers. This is a really incredible item. It's one of the top things you want to find in deck 3. So it's a dagger. That's a d4 plus 2. And now normally when you use daggers, you're going to recharge them. This one doesn't just add another d4. It adds a d12. Now, the thing about this, of course, is that a lot of stuff is immune to the poison trait, so sometimes you won't be able to use this, but then you just use it as a d4 plus 2. So, I mean, it's ridiculous that I found that. That's incredible. We're going to discard this guy to explore. Cultist, and I think I'm just going to recharge one of these daggers, because I got so friggin' many cards in my hand. Wait, this is an easy combat. I'm going to use my regular dagger plus 1, and let's recharge one of these crossbows, because I don't need 3 crossbows. So now we auto-succeed at the cultist, and then I can save my venomous dagger for something bigger. I don't think that any of the villains or henchmen are immune to poison here, but who knows. Okay, Linny. She needs to go get the Holy Candle right now. So I guess, do I want to use Augury where she gets the Holy Candle? Or here where I'm at? Where's the Holy Candle? The Holy Candle was in the Treacherous Cave, wasn't it? Harsk, where are you? Okay, it's over here. 2 monsters there. There's 2 monsters here, but in the Shimmerglins there's 4 allies there's 4 combined allies and blessings. So it's going to be faster for her to get through the Shimmerglins than for Harsk to get through the Treacherous Cave. Okay, so I am going to auto-succeed at the Divine check to leave the Shimmerglens. I can escape its heavenly magical. And then we're going to go here, do a couple of things. First, I have to explore and pick up the Holy Candle. What is this, a 140 chance of failing? I think I'll take those odds. Okay, that was almost close. And let's see, we can banish the candle. Again, I'm not going to save this for like a dire scenario, although I could. You could have Mariziel hang on to it and recharge it to sneak attack. Horus can hang on to it and just shoot arrows with it, but I just don't like doing that. And then Augury for monsters, hoping to find at least one. Alright, we got one. It was a Tickwood Boar. Whatever. But at least it's a free explore. And I think here I feel pretty comfortable actually just recharging one of my allies to explore again because I have the Inflict finally. And yep, let's do that. So we'll discard the Toad, keep going. Large chest. Can I pick this thing up? What are my odds? Not the greatest. Do I care? Well, I can do strength. Okay, if I do strength, it's a little bit harder to get. Do I really care that much about getting 1d4 new weapons? That's the thing. I gotta think about this. How much am I gonna miss that strength? How much am I gonna care about those weapons? Yeah, none of my blessings are the right kind. I'd be rolling 2d4 plus 5 to get a 13. So I'd have to roll 2 4s. We're just gonna let this go. I think my weapons, like I said, are pretty good. Especially now that I found 2 of those venomous daggers. So we'll just leave it. And I can explore again, but I think that's a bit foolhardy. Has Harsk played any cards? Harsk has not discarded a single card. Man, I need to find somebody to cure. Lenny's going to be like a roving healer here. She needs to get that cure out of her darn hand. Alright, Harsk. Let's go for it, bud. Into the breach. Ooh, nice. We got some undead. That is an auto-succeed, thanks to the fan favorite, Deathbane Light Crossbow. And we'll just end the turn there, I suppose. See if anything else is good for Linny to get here. Magic Chainmail. I think everyone's already got their magic armors all good and taken care of, so we'll leave that alone. Alright, Amiri's here. Why is Amiri here? Oh, because Ezrin came over and Amiri's actually doing the mountain peak. Yes, that's right. Okay, so we'll do this. Keep on exploring. Large chest. Now we're finding a lot of these large chests. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and try to get this one. Because for her, it's just a matter of burying a card she doesn't even need anyhow. And then rolling a 7. Oh, wait, no, here we go. This is where we use the strength. Bingo. Okay, so we only need to get 4 on these 2 dice. And we did. So that's nice. She now has some more cards she can bury for stuff. If she would like. Heavy pick +1. I don't think that's actually good. Yeah, this is a little out of date. It's a pretty bad deck 2 weapon, honestly. But this Horse Chopper +1 is really cool. This is a promo card. This is very nifty. So basically, if you're proficient with weapons, the difficulty is increased by 4. And you're not misreading that. That means that people who are proficient are penalized for using this wacky improvised goblin weapon. So it's really good, though. This is like the ideal weapon for Ezrin because it's a D10 +1. That's pretty much the best you're ever going to get for lacking proficiency. So it's really cool to find that. We'll see if we can pass that off to Ezrin at some point. Unfortunately, it seems like the henchman is at the very bottom of the mountain peak. Alright, let's discard something. I'm going to discard... Well, first of all, I'm going to move... okay, so I have a tough choice here. I can move Sela for an extra explorer. I can move Linny. Or I could do... No, I can't do both. Because if I go to the cave, Sela might not have the easiest time getting out. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pull over Linny because I want to give her the major cure. And I also, she can't leave unless she makes Constitution 6, huh? Alright, well, we'll see about that. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Crow, for flying me out of there. And then we'll give her the cure, and then we'll let her cure, Amiri, because Amiri is a character who actually needs to be cured. That's why I want to do that. Linny obviously already has a cure in her hand that's just, like, taking up space, but, the ability to cure Amiri would be nice, because Amiri spent a bunch of her cards, and a lot of them are blessings. Alright, sure, let's scout. Then we'll know if the armor's at the bottom or not. Shoot. Well, the armor's now at the bottom, so we know where that is. We'll get it if we can. Where's she gonna go? I think she's gonna go to the mountain peak. I just want to close that place, get some free scouting, and be done with it. Magic leather armor. Well, I can recharge that along with my 3 other armors. Do I want to play the blessing to explore again? No, I don't think I do. Alright, so the henchman is there, so we know it's not the villain at least. And then when Amiri comes over, she can finish it off. That way Sela doesn't have to bury any cards. Okay. Ezrin, what you got here? Are you continuing with the prison? Is there any better place for Ezrin to go? I don't think there actually is. I mean, he could go to the dam and just bury a bunch of cards. That's a possibility. Wait, why doesn't Linny do a little bit of curing here? Yeah, this seems fine. So we'll have Let me go ahead and have Linny cure Ezrin, and then she'll cast Major Cure on Amiri. Oh, we got a nice big one too. Alright, that's cool. So let's recharge this real fast. Auto succeed. Deebity boo. Now, where does Ezrin go? There's no great place left because he closed the waterfront in one turn. So the guard tower, not the greatest. The strength 5 check, he can make that with some blessings, but it's not the best spot for him. Treacherous Cave, it's a wisdom check. This is a wisdom check. This is burying cards. Well, he's healed now. I guess he could do it, but then he's cock blocking Mauricio. And where does she go? He could go here to the mountain peak, I suppose, but he doesn't have the survival skill. Amiri has a d6 plus 3, which is better than his d8. God, do I really go to the guard tower? It seems odd. Or I could stay at the prison. Yeah, I guess we'll stay at the prison then. He's got the eloquence, so I guess that's what we're doing. Ogre, that's a big one. Well, luckily we've got a... Yeah, let's do Acid Air. I think it should be enough with the Acolyte's help. No, I need to roll a 7. All right, so it'll be enough with Harsk's help. Bam. Okay, so I think that's all Ezra can do here. He doesn't have any extra explores. And now... Oh, wait, maybe? Oh, Augury. This is tough. If I use Augury, then I end up shuffling the Siren. I have a 60% chance of finding the henchman or villain, but that's not good enough for me, so I'm going to just pause on that. Alright. Now I can use Ilsawari at the end of my turn instead of at the beginning. So yeah, we'll just explore first and then we'll use Ilsawari. The thing is, we're already out of monsters at the dam, so I feel like it's better to get something out of the way and then pop this guy. Token of Remembrance. Okay, so now I always know it's coming. It's just like being Harsk, basically. I do have to lose a hand size for it, but I know it's coming all the time now. And if the villain's in here, then I'll see that, which would be good to know. Because if the villain's in the dam, then you can in fact corner the villain. All right, can Linny finish off an ogre? I think she can. Let's just go over it. She can auto succeed at the check to close, and I think with Harsk's help, she should be able to do this. So we'll find out. So combat, discard. Animal trick. What's the stakes? I need a 7. Yes, I think with Harsk's help, we're going to make it, folks. Alright, I guess I don't need this dagger. So now it's just I need a 6 on those 4 dice. That should be easy. Famous last words. We kill the ogre. Auto-succeed at the inflict check without even having to use my crow. But it's a habit. And then I'm pretty sure we're auto-succeeding at a wisdom or survival 6 without even needing the animal. Yes. Okay, great. So, now we get some scouting. What's the most useful place to scout? Definitely not the dam, because Mauriziel's got that scouting covered. I guess I could either scout the glens, so she knows what's coming up, or I could scout the guard tower. I think those are both about the same, so we'll just do the guard tower. Skinsaw Ritual. Alright. So you have to beat a Skinsaw Cultist. And you don't want multiple people in that place when you do it. Alright. Harsk. Magic Chainmail, yeah, sure. It's an auto-succeed thanks to his ridiculous constitution, so I'm not going to spend his blessing to explore. We're doing pretty great on time. Close a lot of locations. Vicious Trident. Oh, I hate this card. This is just a sad, sad card. So it looks really good, right? D8 plus 3, and you can additionally discard this card to add another D8 plus 3, so if you discard it, it's like 2D8 plus 6. And it doesn't require proficiency, but the problem is you are dealt 1 force damage that may not be reduced. If it could be reduced, that would be one thing, but because it can't be reduced, it's like you're always discarding a card when you use this thing. I tried it with Ezrin in my live game. I actually played this. I thought, well, I would discard this to get 2d8 plus 6 and another card, and the timing never seemed to be right for me to actually use it. So I'm going to let that one go by the wayside. Oh, he's not proficient with heavy armor, so he can't actually discard it. Well, alright then, he'll just hang on to it. And shoot an arrow. Alright, Amiri. Don't forget... Oh, God, Linny left. How did I fail this? How did I mess... Oh, because Linny goes before Amiri, right? I needed to go where I wanted Linny to end up if I wanted that to work. Whoops. Okay, never mind then. So what are we doing here with Amiri? I guess she's going to go to the guard tower and take care of that Skinsaw cultist, and she can fight bandit henchmen all day. So let's just take care of that, I guess. What's my best thing here? The Impaler, I think. Yes, I need a 4 on those today, and I got 2 chances to do it, so that's a pretty safe one. Okay, and then we're ending the turn. So let's see here. Sila's in a closed location. I could just give, you know what, F it. I could just give Sila the major cure. Why does it have to be Linny? I don't know why I got that in my head. Yeah, let's just keep it simple, right? We're gonna go to the prison. Have Sila come over. And then Sila can stay in the prison. She doesn't mind staying here. Oh, well, yep, okay. She's gonna kill that guy, I guess. Womp. So Glide, not her favorite weapon, but it'll do. Pig, it'll do. She has every card in her deck, so I'm definitely going to peel a card here. It's pretty much free. And I need an 8 on these dice. Alrighty. So shoot an arrow with your chainmail. And I need a 7 on those dice with a reroll. I feel pretty safe about this, even without playing Toxic Cloud. We'll save that for a better time. Alright, so now we get to close this place. Let's see, it's a pretty easy check. We got a Troubadour to help. We got this to help. Oh, Longsword +2. And then let's go ahead and pop this Blessing of Iomedae to help. Probably just needed the Blessing. Although, wait, my D10s were like a 1, 2, and a 5. It was close. Glad I had those extra D6s. Okay, is that it? Do I have any Ally Shuffle in my deck? Nope. Alright. Ezrein. Oh, I had Eloquence. How did I forget? Oh my god, I held on to Eloquence the entire game. And then I just forgot at the very end. Oh my god, okay. So we got Spyglass and Augury. We need to go somewhere with monsters and do some Spyglass and Augurying. So not there. Not there. I guess the place with the most is the Shimmerglens. So here we are. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. I didn't need to play the Blessing for Seal. I could have used Eloquence. So I like to Augury first and then Spyglass, as I've said before. We got we got Miriana. And that's not the Henchman Hurricane, that's just a regular deck 3 monster. We have Scrying in this deck, though. Oh, man. That's a good spell. That's like Augury, but you can use it at any location, not just your location. So, well, it's a 50-50 shot whether the Scrying appears above the Henchman. Of course, if I defeat the Henchman, I can choose not to close the location and then keep on going with these to find the Scrying. I think I might do that, actually. Pit of Malfashenkor. Oh, okay. Well, we got the Scrying right there. Ezra's going to need some help picking that up. But that's fine. We're going to play some Blessing of some sort. Make sure we get this amazing card. And then we can explore again. I doubt that I'm going to actually use this pit. Because I don't have my Sahedron Medallion to cancel the damage. Yeah, no, that's fine. You can just go away. So we've got 5 cards left in there. I think I might as well do some scrying. What is left to be scriven? I guess it's the guard tower. Or the Treacherous Cave. Although, has the Treacherous Cave already been augured? Yes, the Tickwood Boar got put on the bottom of that. So I have a 75% chance of finding whoever's at the dam. I guess I'd rather do that than just randomly do the guard tower. Just so Marizio can get out of there sooner. So we'll choose monster, and then we'll choose the dam. And we got, the villains in there. Alright, so, well, would have liked to get the hand chopper. Marisla could have taken that out and gotten a free weapon, item, or spell. But let's take a look at the villain. Oh, so it's just a regular old villain, so it's 2 18s, nothing fancy. So yeah, this is just very, very vanilla scenario, which I don't mind. I'm not saying that as a criticism, that's just what it is. It's a very vanilla scenario. So actually, we might be able to just kill the villain now. I want to take a look here. If it's quite possible that Mauricio can just take him out with her frickin' quiver full of poisonous daggers. What do we have here? I can just go again. I might as well just go again. Somebody's got a blessing they can use to help me close this place if necessary. Ooh, a monkey. Monkeys are really, really good. I don't think Ezrein can pick this up because it's a survival. Yeah, it's really cool. You can discard it to succeed at your check to acquire an item or weapon. So Linny can really use that to good effect. Is this worth it? Man, I mean, I could play the Blessing of Shallan, but I don't think it's worth it. We're kind of running low on blessings, and it's not that amazing, so we'll just leave it be. But I'm sad that Linny wasn't here to pick that up. That is a fact. Thieves' Tools. Okay, so that's that. And I think we can start getting into position here. So there's no point to fight the villain yet, is there? Yeah, the guard tower's open, the cave's open. Okay, so what we have to do, I reckon, is... Let me think about this. Linny needs to move to the Shimmerglens to close that, because it's Divine 8. No, wait a minute. How about this? Why doesn't Linny move to the Treacherous Cave, where she auto-succeeds at the Survival 7, Sela goes to the Shimmer Glens. She can make a Divine 8. She's got a D8 plus a D6 plus 2, and then she's got a Blessing. And then Amiri can auto-succeed at the guard tower. So for now, I think Maurizio just passes. Let's just make sure the villain's on top. Yep. So for now, Maurizio just passes the turn. Does she want to get rid of any of her cards? Well, yes, she does, because she really only needs those 2 daggers. Nothing else matters for her anymore. So might as well see if I can draw into some blessings to help people close locations and whatnot. Nope, not a single one. All right, cool. And let's see, agility's got to get saved because that's going to help Maurizio's combat check. So we're going to go to the treacherous cave. And should I explore? Well, vicious trident plus 1. Yeah, not really worth exploring. But we'll just get it out of the way. Okay, so I could explore again, but again, I don't really see the point of risking an explore when I don't have any combat cards. So Harsk, he can explore. It's a little risky. There's always a little chance of running into something foul, but that's fine. Great Axe. I could try to pick this up, but at this point, it's just not. I mean, it's good. I might make it into my deck. It might be better than my worst weapon, but it's not going to be good for long if it's even good at all now. And then Harsk, I think he should probably discard some stuff. Because he's not gonna need to fight anymore. So I'll keep the blessing and I'll keep the bow because I can shoot that bow. And I can shoot all my bows. Alright, great. So Amiri goes to the guard tower. Does she need to explore here? Oh, she forgot to give her major cure to Sela. Whoops. Well, sure, she'll explore. I don't really see any reason not to. Shields, I don't use shields. And what does she want? Well, she doesn't need any more weapons, so I guess she's discarding her whole hand. And just trying to find some blessings, if she has any left in her deck. Hey, there's a blessing. And that's all you get. Alright, Sela is going to go close the Glens. So she'll take a pretty predictable turn here. Let's cure Ezrin. I don't even know how many cards he was missing. It doesn't matter about the cure, honestly. And then all we want in our hand is blessings. So we can get rid of the breastplate. And we can get rid of the glaive. Alright, Ezrin doesn't really have a whole lot to do. Does he have any useful cards for the combat? He's got an agility in there. I guess that could be useful. So he'll do a little bit of finessing as well. Let's get rid of Thieves' Tools and Scorching Ray and Lightning Bolt and Enfeeble and the Flaming Mace and the Eloquence. So just see if I can get that agility maybe. No, but I got a couple of cards that will help. All right, let's make sure everyone's in position. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's rock it. The Holy Candle actually came kind of close to helping. It wouldn't have made a difference. I don't remember how many I rolled. I think it was like 5 or 6. But it did sort of give us a little bit more security as I set up for the final kill. So, here comes the Krieg. It's actually kind of funny because my stepson's kindergarten teacher is Mrs. Krieger. So that's what I think of whenever I fight this guy, the Krieg. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with Sela first. She has the hardest closing check. Let's pop card, play Blessing of Shellen, and I need what, a 6 on those 4 dice. Do I have enough blessings just to make sure this goes through? Cause like, what if I did just roll like 1, 1, 1, 2? Yeah, I'm gonna just play another blessing here because I think, although I have so few blessings, I'm gonna be so confident in making those combat checks against the villain that actually I don't mind. So Amiri auto succeeds. And then Linny auto-succeeds. And you're kind of starting to see like how the characters become stronger. Like, when you're at the point where you're auto-succeeding at checks to close locations, it makes it much easier to corner the villain. Otherwise, the fact that I have like no blessings in any of my hands actually would be a real problem if this were an earlier scenario. But now we're finished closing. We didn't have to temp close. We didn't end up having to close the dam because the villain was in there. So now we can pop 1 Venomous Dagger, whop, and discard this. For another couple of d6s, Harsk can go crazy. He'll recharge a card, shoot a bow, And Ezrin can... Oh, yeah, gotta play that Toxic Cloud. Okay, let's think. What am I rolling here? I might as well... Scylla's got a bunch of blessings, so I might as well play one. There's no point thinking about it. And Linny has an agility, so there's no point thinking about that either. Yeah, I think we're pretty solid here. Let's just roll that. That's actually kind of low considering how ridiculously many dice I was throwing. But anyway, Venom is -+2, number 2. Discard Papa Xantus. Harsk can go really nuts here because he can play that and bury that. Linny can make that weapon turn on fire because that's how they're going to make all the difference. Ezrin can swipe to reduce the difficulty of that combat check by 3. So swipe is just so flexible. You can help other people's checks. You can help do your own combat check. You can pick up an item. Just the best card ever. And then another blessing from Scylla. And I think despite the exclamation marks, that's all that anyone can do. So, whop! 67. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. If you want to stick around for the bonus times, let's go ahead and collect our reward. I actually don't remember what the reward is for this scenario, so we'll find out together now. Is it a card? Oh my god, it's a feat of some sort. Oh, it's a power feat. Very nice. Alright, well, let's start with the Miri. So, she could get heavy armor. That's just stupid. So we're going to go ahead and take the only other option, which is to make her rage increase at a d10 +1, rather than just a regular d10. It's not that useful. I mean, you see I don't use rage that often, but it's better than heavy armor, which is just totally useless. I mean, it's not totally useless. You can bury your heavy armors, and so she can basically become a heavy armor user, but it's just light armors are totally fine. Mostly you just use armors for the bury to block all damage, and leather armor is just as good as like the best heavy armor in the game when that comes into play. So anyway, that's her. Scylla has improved her hand size to 5 previously, and she's improved her crusade to work at the beginning and end of her turn. So now her options are to get a d6 +1 when she peels a card instead of just a regular old d6, or to recharge spells as well as blessings when she peels a card. I'm going to go for this one, although I'll probably get the +1 eventually, because she just has such good power feats on her card that she's one of the few characters where you probably will end up getting all 4 of them. The thing is, I want to get spells for her, so I want to take this because I like spells. If you're not going to be adding to her spell count because you prefer to get more weapons and more blessings and more allies, then you can leave this one off. If you only have your 1 cure in your deck, as the adventure goes along and you get more and more card feats, that 1 cure becomes a smaller and smaller percentage of the deck. So taking a power feat just to not lose your cure seems pretty silly, but taking a power feat to not lose 3 spells if you take her all the way up to 3, I think is worth it. Ezrin has a choice. He can improve his hand size to 8, or he can increase his recharge bonus by 1. I took the recharge in my home game, and I found that I really just didn't care about it that much. A lot of stuff was like auto-succeeding at +1, or like failing only by 1. So going up to +2 made those things auto-succeed, but like whatever. I don't mind losing a card every now and then when I roll up 1 on a d12. So I think the hand size is much more valuable, so he's more likely to have combat spells when he needs them and utility spells when he needs those. Mariziel has a choice. She can get weapon proficiency, or she can improve her sneak attack to +2 as opposed to +1. So here's the thing. Let's talk a little bit of strategy here, shall we? One question is, do you need to get weapon proficiency for Mariziel? And I think the answer is, it depends. It really depends. Because in a party without Harsk, our grumpy ranger here, you're going to find ranged weapons that you'd like to keep, and Mariziel can't use them without weapon proficiency. But in a party with Harsk, Harsk can take the good weapon proficiency requiring ranged weapons, and Mariziel can take the good non-weapon proficiency requiring ranged weapons, and then that's fine. So I think you can kind of save a power feat by not ever giving her proficiency. That's one of my little mottos in this game is don't take power feats to replace synergy. Because basically if you can achieve something just through the synergistic combination of your party's powers, then do it that way and you can save yourself a power feat. So we'll go ahead and increase her sneak attack to +2, so now she's really, really, really good at combat. Linny. Well, Linny, this is where Linny gets boned, because previously she just increased her animal trick from 0 to +1 to +2, and now she's forced to take weapon or armor proficiency, which she does not want. I don't think I'm ever going to give her weapon card feat. Now, you can do some nifty things with weapon proficiency, like you can have her start in the scenario in the same location as a weapon user and get passed a weapon off. So now Amiri can pass off her weapons to Linny. Or Harsk can give her one of his bows, but I don't know if I'm ever going to bother with that. I think I'd still prefer to just use combat spells, because that's going to be stronger for her. So, kind of pissed that she has to take a weapon feat or an armor feat, and she's kind of forced to. I'd rather save the power feat here and take it later. But at the same time, she is a really overpowered character by the end of the adventure, so I guess it's fine that she basically has one fewer power feat than everyone else. And finally, Harsk. So what we've done with Harsk is we've given him his improved hand size, and we've improved his sniper shot. So now it's a choice between improving his sniper shot further to +2, or to get this thing, which is that you can use your scouting ability to look at either the top or the bottom card of your deck. You always want to look at the top card, though, right? I mean, when are you ever going to care about the bottom card? So this is only good if you take the tracker roll at the end of this adventure and pick the power feat that lets you do both, which is an expansion of this thing. So you have to get this thing, this reconnaissance ability, and then after that you get another power feat here, which lets you look at the top and bottom card. However, I'm not going to be taking that because I think it's a bad roll. I will be taking the what's her face, the sniper roll or whatever that's called. So this is just totally worthless, and we're just going to improve the sniper shot. All right, so that's that. Let's go ahead and fix people's decks. So Harsk found this magic chainmail that I'm pretty sure is not as good as anything. Yeah, Seal's already got better than magic chainmail, and she's the only heavy armor wearer, so that's it for Harsk. Linny's actually found nothing that time. Merziel's got a pretty easy call there. Grizzled Mercenary, still don't like you. And then, okay, a whole bunch of stuff. Wow. Alright, well, we can finally get rid of the basic dagger. The question is, would you rather have a dagger +1 or a crossbow +1? Just go all daggers, or have one weapon that actually stays in your hand in case you run out. Why don't we go for that? Just give her one constant weapon. And then does Harsk want to do something? Yeah, I think he can replace his heavy crossbow with a dagger +1. He still has 3 bows that he can use to shoot and help other people's combat checks. So giving him 2 +1 daggers just to improve his combat a little bit seems smart. In fact, maybe I should give him the venomous daggers. I mean, isn't Merziel already really good at combat? I think eventually I'd like to give Harsk 5 bows, but until he finds those, yeah, this makes more sense. I mean, he's obviously got way worse combat prowess than Merziel does. If he encounters someone who is poison resistant, I guess he's screwed, but he's got other weapons that he could use, and he can always just use the dagger without discarding it, or without recharging it. So anyway, that's that. Ezra now. I found a bunch of spells. Okay, so web, that's going to be tough. I need to do something with web. Oh god, I gotta get rid of something for scrying too. Oh shit. Oh jeez. Lightning bolt, and okay, so enfeeble we can get rid of. Lightning bolt, that's an easy one. We can get rid of Frost Ray. Or, yeah. So again, Frost Ray is 2d6, Acid Arrow is d10 +1, and 2d6 is better, but in the next adventure, Acid has significance, so that's why I want to keep that. Eloquence, god, I really just want to get rid of Eloquence. I might have to. Let's take a look at what Sela's got. She has 2 cures. Okay, I don't want her to have 2 cures. That's something I definitely don't want. So why don't we give her, oh, wait a minute. Shoot. Okay, so the thing about Sela is, you can't give her Augury because it messes up her scouting. She can't actually use it. But you could give her Scrying. She has no chance in hell of making the check to recharge it. So there's that. But I want somebody to have Scrying. Does Linny have room in her deck? Does she have anything crappy? She's got the fiery weapon. She's got the 2... You know what? F this. I hate these cures. I just hate them. I'm just going to give her Scrying. And then Sela, I guess, can just take this major cure. So she still has 2 cures, which is annoying, but I don't think there's anything else I can give her. I mean, I could give her like an Eloquence, maybe. Maybe I should just give her Eloquence. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah. Yep, we'll give her Eloquence. So we'll give her the Eloquence. We'll let her keep the cure, or the major cure. Do I want to give a cure to Linny? No, I just don't like having 2 cures on a character. I mean, there will be times when you need them, but I feel like if I actually need more than 1 cure, then something must have gone terribly wrong. And maybe it's objectively better than having this fiery weapon, just for metagaming reasons, through Adventure 4. But we're almost at Adventure Deck 4, so I guess I'll keep the fire weapon for now. I kept it this long. Okay, I guess we're good then. So now I need to get rid of this Acolyte, and Amiri needs to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, Horse Chopper! Ezran's gonna chop some horses. Losing the Flaming Mace. Yeah, what he can do fire and acid damage is fine. Heavy Pick is just bad. Short Sword is just bad. Warhammer's just bad. Okay, that's great. So we got that all sorted out, I think. I guess I could give Sela back the Flaming Mace +1. It's not as good as the Glaive, but how often do I need a reroll? Yeah, we're just going to go all magic. I don't want to ever be stuck not being able to kill something. Okay, let's take a quick look at View All, make sure I'm not missing anything. So I don't want the Mercenary, I don't want these armors. Oh god, Cure. Man, it's tough to have cures be gone. So right now I just have 2 cures in my party. Linny has 1 and Sela has a major cure, and that's the only curing I do. What else does Sela have? Sela has a... Wait, why does Sela have a Frost Ray? What the... No, that's not what I wanted. Glad I looked at that again. Okay, so... Okay, Sela has 2 cures, and Linny has 1. Okay, that, I think, puts me in pretty good shape for curing. I got a bunch of weapons. Okay, so we're good. Thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And as always, I will see you again soon for the conclusion of this adventure. Take care.